Hello everybody and welcome to a new game. I am Sapphire and today we're playing uh Jusant. This is a game that was gifted to me by one of my friends and I look forward to seeing what it is. I like this bird that's on the title screen. I've already adjusted all my settings. As per usual, I put them on low. Whenever I'm trying a game out or exploring a new game, I like to put my settings on low, one so it doesn't kill my computer, but also just to see um how a game looks on its lowest settings, because some games look incredibly beautiful on their lowest settings. Um and it also goes to show that like you don't need to be playing with the best um with like the best hardware in order to have a good experience. Anyways, now that I've adjusted everything, I've made sure that everything is all good to go with the recording, except for muting my phone, which I just did. Let's get started. Jusant, a French nautical term for a receding tide. I had wondered if it was French, because it sounded French when it looked French when I looked at the word. Alright. Is that a treasure chest? I thought I saw a treasure chest. Oh, there's a person! I like that cloak. Oh, it's the sunglasses before like it's the sunglasses that the northern native tribes made and wore. Okay, I know what we're doing now. We're climbing that thing. Crib! A very interesting crib. Pincers are built right into its face. Oh, our eyes are tiny. Yeah, I'm just like, the beautiful rock. What's that thing? Do we have a little friend? Maybe it's just my Xenoblade brain talking, but it looks like that's like the end of a sword. Chapter 1, Day Mark. Oh, we do have arms. Birds! Bird statues. Alright, let's take a look around here. Looks like we've already come quite a ways up. There's some kayaks. There's a tiny little crab! Ah, okay. I don't know why, but I keep thinking that I need to move the right joystick in order to grab a hold of something. There is some, like, seeking. Okay. So not bad. Aren't we gonna... I'm glad that they're repeating the things, because otherwise I would be completely I'd still be trying to reach the right and left joysticks. There's a piece of metal that looked like they've been, like, just worn and then fallen. Which, yeah, it does look like there's something metal up there. Wonder how these tiny little crabs got up here. It's a little lighthouse. I would not be fond. Okay. Now they're slightly taking off the training wheels that I have to remember kind of how to coordinate myself. The controls aren't bad, I'm just a little uncoordinated. Seems like maybe at one point there was a ladder here, or maybe that's just a really weird looking piece of metal. Oh god. Ah! Got it. It was a little tricky. I think we have tattoos on our arms. We just climb on nets. Ah, okay. So that's like for how much rope we have. Crab pots. That seems like it'd be a bit of a difficult place to climb up. Kinda wish we had like a flashlight. No. It's unclear whatever we're looking for. Can I open that? No. But it does look like this was a house at some point. And there's a hat. Why can't we take the hat? There are alternate controls for accessibility, which is good. I do have most of the other accessibility settings on. I just didn't want to change this up so that way I could get used to the controls as they are. Never sleep turning over stones at the old delta. Harvest 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think I can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, I finally caught an old knitting machine for Ennio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure how I'm going to haul it up low tide. Haul it up to low tide, though. Harvest 2... harvest 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. Oh, that's... Note to self, stop doing business with Rem. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the Heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman. That's what. I don't know what that achievement was. There's a long chain. Place your main carabiner on the wall. Ah, that thing's broken, so we have to do things this way. Okay. We were down there, I think. It's incredible to see, like, we've come up very far. Right. Just barely not enough. Seems like I need to get momentum. Haha! Got it. Another little alcove that maybe someone lived in. Oh, okay, this is where we were before, so that's like a little checkpoint. Like we found something. Conch shell? There's a fossil. Or maybe someone's carving stuff. It was like cockatoos. An ear to a past, listen to a shell. Okay. Okay, so those are here so we can listen to what was going on, I guess? These controls are a bit like, patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. Okay, how are things at Sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one came to the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside down cliff might help steer passerby this way. I miss seeing a packed patio. Can you take care of it? I checked with low tide and everyone agrees. Hey Mo, listen, these things happen. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders, like if I'm free for a romantic dinner for two. Anyway, I'll go for your scaffolding since the village approves. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plane I had to build, but I still have a wreck or two left over. I'll get to it when the currents allow. I owe you one thanks, you're the best. By the way, do you ever run into old Sonia? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her I need a new hob for my oven? Mine's been taking on water. In the meantime, I'm set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it will be, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. So it looks like that's kind of their way of communicating with each other, maybe? I kind of wish we could go into these places. Ah, the ladder's broken. Yes, we'll have to find a secondary way up. Oh boy. Is that a way up? Not really. Oh, but that might be. It was just pressing B to put things on the wall. Hmm. How did it... Oh! You know what they probably did? If they're harvesting stuff to make ladders, they probably, harvested these using, like, a plasma torch or something. Oh, there's another thing up there that lets us get back down here. I already checked that. Maybe I can climb on these shelves? This is the sawmill. I need to go back down here. not letting me go down this way. Yeke. So this must have been Yeke's place. Trying to get an idea of where I need to go. Do I need to be down there? How did I... Why? Ha! Haha! I assume at some point we're gonna have, like, fragile terrain. That will make things more difficult. Or terrain that just breaks over time. These little critters? Alright, now I have that. This must have been like the restaurant, maybe? Okay, looks like this is possibly the only way to go. Now we can climb up. What this? It shines, it glitters, and it glows. A little swing here. Maybe there used to be water here and it was a whole lot safer to traverse this way. Doesn't seem like it now. Aha, secret. It wasn't until I started my shift to prepare for the crossing that I realized it's my last crossing to supply Rolia. After that, folks will have to make do with what they have. What I wouldn't give for things to go back to the way they were, seeing smiles on people's faces, the little youngins climbing the cliffs and diving into the waves, and us water fishers learning to fish again. All the things the old folks tell us about sleep after sleep. But enough of this yearning for old times. I've got a desert to cross and a caravan to prepare. It's not going to prepare itself. If only. So it looks like people came down from these cliffs and crossed that desert. Though some of the coral here seems to be somewhat living. Oh, this is gonna be hard. We're stronger than I thought we would be. Yay, we have our legs again. Oof. Oof. Okay. Okay, so there's only so much that we can recover. was holding it! Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Oh! I did it! So you do have to catch the things. There's tarps. Oh, it's having me look at stuff. This looks like half a barrel, or maybe was a cooler at some point. A portable tub. We have a long way to go. We're so tiny. Once you get the hang of it, the climbing's not so bad. Am I gonna have to put down a python? Oh dear. There's something over there that we could get to. This is tricky. Man, they must have had a heck of a time working on, like, the kinetics to position his feet. Limzards. I wish we had a light. Nope. There are them birds. Ah. Lynn's gone to the heights to ask to extend the site. With the boss gone, the wind's gone out of our sails when it comes to digging. It's not such a bad thing. Lifting boxes, crates, and barrels is my area of expertise, but shifting their old stones at the slightest pitch and roll, everyone's knees start quaking. Anyway, I was just getting used to the idea of working with an archaeologist, making myself useful again. And already the work's dried up. I doubt it'll start up again. I don't see how we can move forward. How about you? How are things in low tide? Is Dee Dee still refusing to go to school? My love, I'm so happy to hear from you. We miss you so much, Dee says. I'm homeschooling her and I'm very much out of my depth. Do you remember the names of all the regions of the tower? I don't even remember learning that. I gave Dee a homework assignment about the old altar to keep her busy for a while. She's supposed to copy the design. I ended up going with her. It had been ages since I'd last ventured behind the village. I'd forgotten how dark it is. But you know Dee, she's gutsy, and she's enjoying diving into the past, just like you. Speaking of which, have your archaeologists finally found out how tides work? They've been digging for a while now, get it? Where did my... There we go. I don't know why she disappeared. Anyways, speaking of which, have your archaeologists found out how the tides work? They've been digging for a while now. Do you know when you'll be able to come back up here? So it looks like they didn't get a response. I wasn't too far off when I was thinking archaeology. I just want to see you little guys up close. Can't go there. Disappointed. So it looks like there used to be a bridge that connected these two areas. Or maybe not. Maybe at one point we were one of the people who lived out here? Or maybe we're a descendant of them. It's kind of hard to tell how long people have been away. I mean, clearly not long enough for some of the lights to have completely died out. But still plenty long way. There's a ridge there. interesting to see these plants. Nope. Dang. We've been going without music for so long, I was just... Is that a giant crab? Or is that just a shipwreck? It almost looks like a giant black and white crab. Oh my gosh! Look at this tiny little thing! It almost looks like a pig. It's amazing that anything can survive up here. Hey Bianca, you must have cast off for who knows where. I went back to the postal relay, still no water. Surprise, surprise. Sully and Faz are still sorting through everything by hand, and I've gotten roped into helping with deliveries. Me on Pebbleback, you can imagine what a sight that is. Even I'm laughing at myself. Still, why not? It's a fresh start, and I quite like seeing the world as the mail comes in. Well, it would be nicer if this damn pebble would just change course when I ask it to. Telling you, it's stubborn, worse than old Yam. Honestly, though, what a nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to miss the tide at this rate. I left your mail by the door. Sculptor, I think? Certainly seems like it. Must have been where they made food. Considering the coverage, that doesn't look too rusted out. You could probably make something with it. Take a pebble, put another on. Whoa, okay, so these are definitely barrels. They put stuff in them. It's not too hard to imagine people living here. It's a little bit harder to imagine why we would come back. Hey Bianca, how are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off to the horizon. Good riddance. I never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. No, not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. I'm starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? Oh, Emma, I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, about as useful as a buoy on dry land, but no surprises there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed except for old Ennio's shop. He's still raising his chocos. Bassa tried to convince him to leave with them. Remember Bassa, the little terror at the back of the classroom? They got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one dared try it again since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might be seeing more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I'd like that, but going off on an adventure with strangers? Ugh. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I'll better stock the hold. I bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. Come see me too. You don't have any excuses since you're out of a job. It would be nice. It would be a nice change from the few stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day another climber got stuck at Weeping Rock Pass. I had to go fetch them. If only you could have seen them, stupid enough to eat hay, as they say around here. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Oh, these people must have carved out homes for each other and themselves. And then kept traveling with the tide. Wonder how far it is until you reach the tide out here. Sure seems like it'd be a long way. Just how long did we travel? Not something I can take? Nope, just something pretty to look at. There's shells in there? There's something in there. That must have been coral at one point. Coral is such an interesting specimen because it's so hard, but it's alive. Oh, now hey, wait a minute. I think it was Y? B. No. Seems like I need to get closer. Anything else to look at in here? Ah, broke off. Looks like we'll have to take a different way. Logbook 12 octaves after the Jusant. Finally leaving, I'm so happy I couldn't sleep with a wink. At the old harbor master's office, a note caught my eye. It sounded like poetry. Expedition to the clouds, seeking hope and water. Join us at 12 octaves. Becca and Arlo's farm, Highfield, to journey together. After spending so long marinating and trying to find meaning in life, it'll do me good to see the world. As Emma would say, hopefully we'll be stopping by her hut. Just the thought of seeing her again is enough to tell me I'm making the right decision. With any luck, there will be other adventures leaving from low tide. I don't want to make my way to the meeting point with the rest of the expedition all by myself. The only time I ever left here was for the harvest festivals when I was just a small fry. So an expedition like this is no small matter. They want to set sail for the clouds. Oh no, my parents, I forgot about them. What am I going to tell them? Hey folks, I'm off on an adventure, see you around. If and only if I make it back alive, of course, Bianca dear, don't forget to bring snacks. I'd better not say anything, and I should bring snacks. What else? What do people normally take on this type of trip? One thing's for sure, what's a journey without a logbook? I've got it covered. I plan to make like the expeditions that set off for the salt plain in search of springs. I'm going to scatter my journal entries along the way for anyone who might come after us, starting with this message. Farewell, my lighthouse. You welcomed me with wonder and have kept me company as I've pondered too much. You've always been there for me. I'm leaving you to the weave beaks who will watch over you from the sky. And to watch over this message, I'm leaving one of my creations. Adventure calls, Bianca. Oh, little bird. Still can't see what it is we've got in our little pack here, but we'll probably find out soon enough. I forgot that I had to move my arms. That's up. Probably not enough. I don't know what it is that we've got that lets us launch a rope that way, but it certainly is cool. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe just up? I think I'm supposed to get to that platform. Oh, oops. Haha! Oh, wait. I messed up. Am I even gonna be able to jump that far? Oh! Little janky. Good things these ladders are still in shape. I asked Mo for help, but it's no use. The door won't budge. There's no way of knowing how its inner mechanisms work. Does it have anything to do with the lost ocean? Mo isn't much of a handyman either, but you'd think we would have been able to figure it out between the two of us. We had to wait anchor a date, he said. It's true. He did seem rather dressed up to tinker around. Rather perfumed, too. None of this answers my questions. I've explored you from deck to hold, and I'm no further along than when I started. I still don't know what you could have been used for. My lighthouse, your paintings seem to allude to water falling from the sky. That's pretty vague. Now what am I supposed to do? So I guess these people haven't ever seen rain. I wonder what kind of door you were talking about. Let me take the light. All these headbands and not a single light to use. I like the wind chimes. They're a nice touch. Tube coral! Oh. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Tiny thing! Oh! Okay, more than just tattoos. Oh. So it looks like whatever this contraption is helps revitalize the desert. Neat! We have a little buddy. Oh, he climbed back in the pouch. Hi, buddy. Oh, such good baby. Oh, what? There we go. For a moment, I thought I had fallen. I was very scared. Wait, do you play on my shoulders when I sit? He's just a little guy. No? Really? There we go. Are you playing with the pouch lid? Or are you playing with one of the flaps of my cloak? Either way, it's adorable. Okay. Haha! Isn't it B, X? Not quite long enough. Like, please let me up. Tiny crib. Oh! There's a giant fossil right there. Stand. Oh! Echo from the past. Activate a fresco. It's so pretty! It's like there were stairs that went up at one point. On both sides. Grab. go. Wonder if someone put this here to, like, repair a crack or something. You know, I'm surprised these old wood boards are still holding up. It's not something I can slot my fingers into. There's not much that I can move my camera for. Aha! Lots of cans of something. We're right level with it. Wonder how long some of these cairns have been around for. Crab! Crab in a bucket! Maybe this was an old pulley system. Yeah, saying words at me? Almost looks like a little frog that doesn't have a mouth. Here's another old campfire stove. They had to have gone a long way just for a restaurant. Hold on now, how do I get up there? Hmm. Sometimes you gotta climb down to go up. Watching people rock climb is something that I do every once in a while. Um, like professional Olympic style rock climbing. What? Oh dear. Well, now how am I supposed to get up? Aww. I am so confused. Oh, hello. It's interesting because the places I think I'm gonna be going, I'm not actually going to. Ow. Hey. Aha! I should have gotten an achievement for that. Ah, I think I know what to do. Pressing the wrong button. The camera keeps wanting to shift. Ha-ha! I made it! Hug the ballast. That's good. Oh, it's light! Oh, it's light! It's so cute! Hold on. My mic... No, my mic's attached to it. Was just being a little weird. Give me light. It looks like there used to be a whole bunch of people down here. Or up here. Down here. This octave, we are celebrating the safe return of Expedition 34 to the port. The expedition was led by Corey, who once again braved a horizontal world. We are proud to welcome these children of low tide who are returning with priceless treasure back among us. The members of Expedition 34, descendants of the celebrated Her, Iga, and Ime, were the first to venture out on to the Great Plain in search of the lost ocean, walked further than ever before, and were finally able to find a new spring after numerous failed expeditions. A fresh start for many villages who have been waiting their turn since the furnaces and Fumarolia oases hit their population limits. Welcome reception will be held next sleep. The collective of former expeditionaries has made its best seaweed pie. Bring your own beverages. Okay. So they went out there, they found something, and then they came back. Umbrella Gazette, issue 43, 9 octaves and 1/3 after the Jusant editorial. In this issue, we'll be taking a look at the creatures that gave scare more than 10 chocos back to their burrow. Okay, so those little elephant things are called chocos. In this issue, we'll be taking a look at the creatures that gave this neurocyclical publication its name, Umbrellas. While they've come up before in our issue of On Endangered Tunnel Life and in our special edition, Inhabitants of the Great Reservoir, we've never dedicated an entire section to them. It's high time we rectify that. Umbrellas are best known for their slow and majestic flight. However, they begin their lives clinging to rocks. In this first stage of their life cycle, they resemble flowers known as shrinklets. From within the shrinklets come sparks, small glowing creatures that fly through the darkness of the caves and tunnels in groups. How many octaves does it take for a spark to grow into a umbrella? How long do umbrellas live? Has anyone ever seen one die? Much has been forgotten about umbrellas, despite them being witnesses to the tower's ancient past. At the time of writing, they've almost completely disappeared. We only know about sparks from children's stories. They're said to kidnap naughty children, and shrinklet sightings are exceptionally rare, only occurring in the remotest tunnels. In the following pages, we've attempted to piece together some facts about them. Did you know, based on the information we've gathered from teams of water surveyors who sometimes encounter these creatures on their maintenance rounds, and who are very grateful to, being near sparks make you feel weightless, so be sure to behave yourselves, kids. Let's hope that the drop in activity in recent cycles will give shrinklets, sparks, and umbrellas the peace and quiet and space they need to thrive. Interesting. It's like a fish thing. Can I?
Come up.
I wonder if this is just used as a sort of display piece? I'm getting just a wee bit sleepy, but that's okay. Dearest Met, you'll probably laugh at what I'm about to say, but I wish you were. I wish I were a Choco. Nothing to do but be round, fluffy, cute the whole sleep long. No job and no existential crisis about the future. It'd be more relaxing than going door to door, but someone has to bring the old folks water, and I would never have believed it, but I've grown fond of them. Remember old Coco? She made me listen to and dust off her shell collection. She's as deaf as a post, so someone should listen to them once in a while, she said. One of the shells almost crumbled to dust. They miss the ocean, just like we do. Are things any better with your family? Are they still upset? No need to tell me if it's too difficult to talk about. May not be there to support you, but I'm sending waves your way. That Coco, still, I admire you. I definitely wouldn't have the patience. Things with my parents are still choppy. They let the ocean disappear, but they don't want to understand what happened. We're not responsible, they always say. They've left for the Cauldron's oasis. They've requested the furnaces so they could join some friends of theirs, but spots there are hard to come by. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so those are not... I did not think that there would be a hole there. Hmm. I don't quite know where it wants me to go. Oh, there's a ladder here. I did turn up the gamma to a point where I'd be able to see a bit better. Evidently not enough. Bird! Clockbook 12 octaves and 1 prime after the Jusant. Usually, just getting to low tide from my old lighthouse is an expedition for me. It's hard to believe that this time the adventure was just getting started. At the meeting point, I found myself waiting for Met, a young woman from these parts. Well, younger than me anyway. Her parents uh have already left, but like the other people our age, she wanted to say. That made ripples with the older generation. Leaving the family nest is no easy thing. I don't know Met well, but we already have something in common. The widening gap between us and our parents. She seemed relieved just to see me. For once I was lost for words, smiling awkwardly and still red from the exertion of getting there, with my pack all undone and my hair sticking up up every which way. Probably. Nice one, Bianca. Not socially awkward at all. But I was just as relieved as she was to know I wouldn't be setting sail alone. To my surprise, old soul joined us too. I don't think we'd exchanged a single word before now. Will an old schooner like him be able to keep up? Ever since I was little, Soul's been the old hermit who lives up on high. He used to scare me. He would come down to the port sometimes, like a spider sliding down a silk thread. The other kids and I would have fun running away, screaming at the sight of him. Even now, my knees started quaking as I saw him lumbering towards me. We set off as a group of 3, since no one else came to join our crew. I soon realized I'd been worried for nothing. Soul leads the way, an odd figure with nimble feet who climbs the cliffs with amazing ease. Met follows behind, brimming with energy. Suddenly, I feel like the old one. Oh, finally we can reach this. Come on. That should make things easier. There we go. Sometimes positioning your arms is a little tricky. Ooh. Water. Nope. Looks like someone even lived in here at one point. Look, please let me up. Which reminds me a little bit of a canyon. It was a canyon that someone had fallen down and lost an arm. Um, it's somewhere in Utah, and it's notorious for being very hard and dangerous because if water floods that little canyon, it's pretty likely that people will get swept away. Can't remember where exactly it is, but This probably made noise when it rained. An old plow. Little cave paint carving here. A door. Can we actually go into the... No. Pardon me, but I noticed I've stopped receiving my newspaper. Is there anything I should do? Could this be an oversight on your part? While I'm at it, I should mention that I'm really enjoyed your article on the Choco Show. Greetings. As you know, there isn't enough water left for the postal relays to function, and 2 food pebbles available to deliver the paper in good conditions. Because of this, the Voice of the Ravines team has decided to cease publication. Although our desire to inform our readers is stronger than ever, we haven't yet decided what form our daily paper will take in light of this new situation. Thanks for your feedback on the show. I've always enjoyed covering that event. Let's hope we get an opportunity to discuss it again one day. When there's no water, everything seems so fragile, doesn't it? Yeah. People need water. Animals, plants. Action shot. Okay. All right. Aha! Aha! It always does feel really good when you make it past something that's hard to... Pretty. I've never seen so many people coming down from the heights, and some are stopping in low tide. Maybe my situation's not so hopeless after all. The ocean provides for a patient heart, as my mother used to say. Maybe I'll finally manage to meet someone. It's been slim pickings here. apart from old Yam. Maybe he makes my heart flip with his dimples, calloused hands, and that plaid shirt he always wears. Yam, the baker? I hope you're joking. I can never tell when you're pulling my leg. Anyway, I'm leaving the tower too. Sorry, boss. I don't know how else to tell you. I wish we could clip our carabiners together like we used to before running her ground on the old pier. I wish I could convince you to come with me, but that's how it is. I'm growing up with the neighboring village. They've found me a spot on one of their pebbles. We'll see each other again somewhere down on the plain, won't we? Don't be angry with me. I'll miss your letters. So it seems like a lot of people left, and then eventually everyone had no choice but to leave. It's a snail! That thing's huge! Was pressing the wrong button. I'm like, why am I continuing to go down instead of... It's because I was reeling in my rope instead of... Oh. Man. The sun seems so far away. I think we found where we need to go next. We put our sunglasses on. Logbook, 12 octaves and 1/3 after the Jusant. This is an adventure, right? All right. I mean, fine, we've only just gotten started. We still haven't strayed off the beaten path, but for me, this is huge. I can't wipe the smile off my face. I think I needed this, to feel the rocks under my hands, to experience something out of the ordinary, to move. I'm getting to know my companions better, although our chit-chat mainly revolves around which route to take to join the expedition. Met and Sol are already getting along like a house on fire. You can probably hear us laughing all the way down on the salt plain. By embarking on this journey, Sol wants to try to return to the world of yesterday, and Mete wants to save the world of tomorrow. As for me, if I can just make it to the meeting point alive, I'll be happy. I've never dared leave home before now. Well, leave for real, without my parents, but I dreamed about it, having incredible adventures, finding a new port to call home, anywhere but low tide. I never really felt like I belonged there. Maybe I didn't try hard enough, spent too much time dreaming of far-off places. But what is there for me back in low tide? Apart from empty houses and questions without answers, it was high time to give something else a try. For me and Met, climbing's usually something we do when we have no other choice. To say we hesitate each time we have to launch ourselves into the open air, with only our rope securing us, is an understatement, but we encourage and belay each other. For Sol, it's a different story. He sets the route with incredible ease. He tells us about how he used to climb as a kid to gather seaweed with his parents. That was before the Jusant, another era. Since then, he's seen the drought slowly transform the tower into a desert. Sol reminds me of the sailors from the stories you sometimes hear, the ones who can't get used to the inertia of the tower after spending their entire lives on the waves. Sol himself is inherently ungainly when it comes to walking, which terrified us as kids, but when he climbs, he's as nimble as the Sora I tried to carve. That's cute. So it looks like it's getting hotter the further we climb. You know, makes sense. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will consider giving a like and a subscribe and a ding the bell for notifications on future videos like this. Tell me what your favorite part about this game has been so far. It's definitely interesting. I've liked it quite a bit. But I'll see you guys later.